Welcome. This is Sheri Traxler with Vireo Life, author of Go Forward, 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way. I took a challenge to unplug and disconnect for a day, specifically my birthday. And I learned a lot, had some good results, and want to share those with you and then challenge you to do the same maybe. On the day before my birthday, I was having breakfast with a new friend who's also a new subscriber, so if you're watching this, you know who you are. We were talking about having a day off for your birthday, relaxing, and I said, I'm still going to get on social media to connect with everybody I'm connected to on my birthday. And she challenged me. She said, well, if you're taking the day off, why not completely unplug, completely disconnect? And I thought, well, that shouldn't be too hard. I'm not that addicted to social media. I can do that. I'm gonna take the challenge. Well, I learned a lot. In fact, I learned 3 things and I got 3 pretty big results that I want to share with you. First thing I learned was that I was more addicted than I thought I was. The way I handle my social media and my emails is I set 2 up to, depending on what's going on, up to 3 times a day that I will check in. And I thought, well, because I can be disciplined enough to check in for, that period of time each day, I'm not addicted. I don't go for those dopamine hits like those people who scroll all day long. Oh, really, Sheri? It took me until mid-afternoon when I was no longer tempted to look at this. I realized, that I am more addicted than I thought I was. Second thing I learned was the world does not collapse if I'm not finding out what's going on. Even my intimate, close world does not collapse. I mean, I have this so that if somebody in an emergency needs to get a hold of me, they can. Well, actually, I didn't have it with me part of the day accidentally. That was something else I realized when mid-afternoon, my day first. Let me tell you how the day went first. I got up, I did my exercise because it was my birthday. My philosophy is on your birthday and Christmas, you should be able to do what you really love. So I got up and I went for a run, ran a little bit longer than I usually do. Walked some, did some stretches, went and got a good weight workout in. But of course, it was my birthday, so then I went and got a massage and came home, had a leisurely lunch, and plugged this in to make sure it was fully charged for the afternoon. Oops, guess who left it charged in? But I didn't know that. So early afternoon when I'm out, I'm in nature, I'm journaling, I'm having some quiet time, did a little shopping. I'm thinking my phone is with me for, being able to connect with emergencies, but I thought I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not going to scroll through and see what's going on. I'm going to be good. Well, it was mid-afternoon when I looked in my purse for something and went, where's my phone? But I was in a public place, so if I needed something, I could get to a phone. If somebody needed me, not so much, but from a social media standpoint and unplugging, the temptation wasn't even there at that point because I didn't have it with me. So my world doesn't fall apart. That was the second thing. The first thing was I was more addicted to those dopamine hits than I realized. And the third thing, I didn't miss anything. It's all here this morning for me to see. So if there was any big happenings in a friend's life, it was going to be there. If there was some information from somebody that I'm following and learning from, it's going to be there. So those are my 3 lessons. The 3 results that I got from it, one actually came last night because after I finished my day of relaxing and shopping and whatever else I wanted to do to relax, I had a meeting at church. It was our monthly leadership dinner meeting. And I normally get there, I work, and then just normally get there right in time for it to start. And I thought, I've not been connected to people via social media today. I was in the mood for getting there early and connecting with people face to face. So that was one result. Another result I noticed this morning, and that was during my walk, creativity and problem solving were at an all-time high. I'm getting ready to do an episode with Cooking with Jack Scalfani, and I'm not going to tell you what the recipe is, but I've been working on the recipe, and I hit a wall and couldn't get a couple of things to work, both taste-wise and texture. So this morning, I got some additional ideas that came to me while I was walking. Also had some other ideas, either for business or for friends and relationships that I've been thinking about. Got some breakthroughs there. So mind was much sharper. Relationships last night were sharper. And then the other thing I noticed, and I did not expect this, was my spirit was more aware of God's presence. There was a greater hunger. And that was just 24 hours of unplugging. If somebody completely unplugged for a week of vacation, I can't imagine how much more spiritual hunger there would be, how much more clarity of mind there would be. I'm not suggesting that we get off these. I'm not going to get off these or get off of this. But it is an awareness that in addition to Sabbath, because on Sabbath, I unplug on that day, but this was in the middle of the week when my mind is normally going to be plugged into social media. And taking that day off really made a difference, even more than taking it off on a Sabbath. I was very intentional to do that. So here's my challenge to you, is whether it's your birthday or maybe Thanksgiving Day or some time that's significant for you, that you've got some other things going on that you can relax, I encourage you, try it. See what you learn, see what the results are from a day of unplugging, a day of disconnecting. If you've ever done that, let me know. What were your lessons? What were your results? If you try it, let me know what you learned from it and what your results were. Let's get a little discussion going on what it means to unplug, and also what does it mean to unplug for you? Does it mean you're unplugging from the TV, the computer, everything, or is it just like me and unplugging from email and social media for the day? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe so that you can be the first to receive these videos. And until next time, find your path and fulfill your potential.